Yo, yo, yo. Y'all see the title of the video, man. I'm Box Office, Must See TV, the WNBA, the good rivalry. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. I'm going to wait for some more people to come in the stream to catch up with the stream, and then we're going to get started. Yeah, we're going to get started here shortly. We wait for people to come up in here, catch up with the stream, and then we're going to get started. But y'all see the title of the video. Y'all see the title of the video.
Yeah. Simply ball dropping. What's up, family? K-Sap, we up. Ain't no stopping. I'm simply ball dropping like it's New Year's Eve, making you haters believe I'm the MVP. Ask Mr. V and R&B, they do all sports, rather it's on the field or the court, from the arena to the ring. What? You wanna swing? I rope a dope like the one on this boxing thing. That's a punchline. I'm the greatest of all times. Got something on your mind? Hit us up on the line for that round table talk. Ask B Hunt and Sheena and K-Sap too for their views on our dudes. Marriage Chronicles for you lovers. Oh, I'm married to the game. The championships, the only time I wanna ring. K-Sap, the man behind the mic. Check 1, 2. It ain't a rap until I say it's a rap. Just fall through, pull up, the hottest pot smoking. Yeah, I got you open. This freestyle brought to you by James Ford. Pay promotion. Yeah, simply ball dropping. You know what time it is. Pull up, chop it up with your family, man. K-Sap, what up? What we talking about? What's up, K-Sap? Yeah. James Ford, that's me. Let me talk to him. Let's get it.
Simply ball dropping. Simply ball dropping. Okay. Chopping up these topics, man. I'm simply ball dropping. Driving coast to coast, making moves, ain't stopping. Driving coast to coast, making moves, ain't stopping.
Hey, let me put you on game. These other podcasts out here talking that shit, but ain't repping the same. This my bro K-Sap, chopping up topics for your optics, from politics to your top picks. Tune in, you gotta watch this. Exclusive material for your radio, stereo, pump it high definition. Stop what you doing and listen. We smashing all competition. You better jump on this wave. Somebody pass me a mic, man. I got something to say.
Simply ball dropping. Simply ball dropping. Okay. Chopping up these topics, man. I'm simply ball dropping. Driving coast to coast, making moves, ain't stopping. Driving coast to coast, making moves, ain't stopping. Simply ball dropping. Simply ball dropping. Chopping up these topics, man. I'm simply ball dropping.
Charles Stevens, you crazy, man. State of the arts, not state of the art. Nice correction, man. Nice correction. I like that. That's them faithful people, man. What's going on, people? Where y'all at today, man? I know I've been missing. I know y'all been asking for me, man. I've been missing, man. Been on vacation. You know, we had to shut it down for a minute. But y'all see the title of the show. What's going on, everybody? Wait till some people come in. Yeah, I know I've been missing, man. People been calling for me, man. Where my people at tonight? Let's go. Charles Stevens says, state of the arts, not state of the art. Typo. Yeah. But y'all see it, man. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark are doing big things in the WNBA. Yeah, Mitchell Cole, I've been on vacation, man. I had to shut the production down, man. I had to take a little family vacation, man. We shut it down for a minute, but, we back. So, that's how we going to do it, man. We back in the flesh, and, man, I appreciate you guys that's rocking with me, man. But, yeah, we got to talk about Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. They're doing big things. This is something the media really don't want to tell you guys, man. Everybody's, making it out to be that, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark are, hating on each other or vice versa, the fans, the Caitlin Clark fans, giving Angel Reese a hard time. Now, you know what Caitlin Clark's old teammates from Iowa did on their live? Yeah, vacation. Hey, sometimes you need that vacation, man. They poking fun at Angel Reese, but we got to call a spade, man. Everybody thought coming into the WNBA that was going to be all about Caitlin Clark. But Angel Reese is making a stand for herself, man. She's doing big things just as well as Caitlin Clark. Tonight's show, we're not going to be too long. We just, got back from vacation, trying to get in there. Edward T, what's going on, man? We got, members in the building. We got Edward T in the building, Mitchell Cole's in the building, Charles Stevens in the building. Wherever y'all chatting from, man, put y'all's location in the chat. Let me see where y'all chatting from so we can shout you out. Tonight, I don't know where everybody's at, man. We only got 8 people watching tonight. Normally, man, we up to 200 and some. Where's everybody at? None of my moderators have showed up yet. We'll give the video a chance to catch up, man, and get everybody acclimated. I know everybody's probably tuned into the Olympics, but hey, Simply Ball dropping K-Sap's on, man. So you know where it's at. What's going on, Terry? L.A. Everything's good. Edward T, Wilmington, Delaware. Okay. Delaware in the house. Yeah, like I was telling people, man, I just got back from vacation, man. I know I've been missing for a minute. I know I've been missing for a week. I had a lot of my supporters and subscribers hitting me up, asking me where I'm at. I let them know I was on vacation. I should have let you guys know that, production was going to be down. I was going to take the show on the road, but normally when I go on vacation, I take the show on the road. Yeah, they make it hard, Mitchell. Yeah, that's absolutely correct, man. And I don't know why it's like that, man. But you know the thing that bothers me, Mitchell, is when we give our opinions and our assessment. Tony G, Indianapolis, Indiana. Okay, appreciate you tuning in. But you know what makes it hard, man, is when you give your honest assessment on certain players and certain attributes on what they bring to the table. Why does everybody always make it seem that you're hating? Like, I get a lot of comments when we produce videos about Caitlin Clark. Like, I produced a video last night when I got back from vacation. I produced a video, I was giving my fair and honest assessment on what I thought about Caitlin Clark when she gave praise to Cheryl Miller when Cheryl Miller coached the All-Star game. And this is not the first time that Caitlin Clark has uttered some words, giving praises to other coaches other than her own coach. And everybody made it seem that, I was a bad guy for even producing that video because of what Caitlin Clark said. They made it seem like, I'm pointing Caitlin Clark out to be this bad person. No, I wasn't pointing Caitlin Clark out to be a bad person. I was giving you a take on a clip that one of my subscribers sent to me. See, this is what people don't know. A lot of people, follow me on Instagram. A lot of people follow me on Twitter. And they'll at me or they'll DM me and ask me what I think about this particular take. And then I'll produce a show. I give my fans and my audience and my subscribers, my honest assessment. But, the comments, a lot of people be in the comments just to be in the comments saying reckless stuff, not giving their opinion. But when we give our opinion, it seems like, we're hating on so-and-so. We're not hating on nobody. We just I'm giving my fair and honest assessment. So if a lot of people think that the video I did yesterday was not doing Caitlin Clark no justice, then so be it, man. That's something that, is come accustomed to when I see that Caitlin Clark makes these, sound bites and people run with them. So when she said what she had to say about Cheryl Miller, talking about her energy is contagious, it's affectionate, and she gravitates to that, I've never heard Caitlin Clark really say anything great about Christy Sides. And this is what I'm pointing out. So however you want to slice it or dice it, I think that, in this situation, it could be a slight shade thrown at Christy Sides, because you guys know in the comment section, all this stuff y'all say about Christy Sides, y'all talk about Christy Sides is not the right coach for Caitlin Clark. She needs to be fired. But when I produce a video saying things that I think that Caitlin Clark is saying, then everybody gets their panties in a bunches talking about, oh man, you're just making up stuff. It's clickbait to get views. Nah, I don't have to do that. I'm not on YouTube to get clicks and views. I know how YouTube works. I stay in my lane, I stay in my niche, and I don't get outside of it, man. It's going to be what it's going to be, man. You're either going to get the views, you're either going to get the plays or not. It is what it is. Edward T., you didn't do anything wrong. It was hundreds of videos made about Clark Jordan. Exactly. And see, I don't see nobody going in them comments, going strong at that person that's producing them videos. I mean, like I said, you got a lot of LeBron James hate channels out here that people spear these narratives. And then what happens is these people that watch these videos get accustomed to believing that stuff. So anything that you put out, or if you put a poll about something, they're going to agree with them. Those old men, Mark and Rob Sports, made a full video about Angel Reese today, man. Them dudes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Terry. But nobody has a problem with that. Nobody has a problem with that. But when you're being, straightforward, not, showing any racism or anything like that, and you're just giving your basketball insight and your take, people don't like that. They like the hate stuff. See, Tony G, when we say, Tony G, I agree with that. I agree with that to a certain extent, because Caitlin Clark is quiet. And see, if you look at most of the comments on my videos of Caitlin Clark, everybody says we're doing Caitlin Clark an injustice. But Caitlin Clark is so quiet, and you're right. She has people outside of her doing her dirty work where she don't have to say nothing. You see what the Iowa, her old teammates did, that live video, and how they, slandered Angel Reese. But like I said, man, this Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark rivalry, it's just heating up, man. It's like, I see it like this: monkey see, monkey do. I saw what you did, but I'm going to one-up you. Now, Angel Reese is quietly, standing on business. She's doing a lot of great things, man. And a lot of people said when Caitlin Clark came into the league that she was the cash cow. She's generating all this, man. We got to stop that, man. Angel Reese got to say in this stuff too. Because if you notice, all the games that Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark have played in have been must-see TV. And they're generating numbers together. It ain't just Caitlin Clark generating numbers. It ain't just Caitlin Clark selling out places. It's Angel Reese doing the same thing. And if you notice, what is Chicago Sky doing now? They're building a $38 million $38 million practice facility. And that's all because of Angel Reese. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Terry. See, and I'm not going to do no videos of hating and stuff like that, because ever since she went to Paris and she's out there living her best life, you look on the internet now, you look at some of these channels that really make these videos hating. You can tell when people make hate videos, man. It's a lot of Jehovah Sugar. What's up? Appreciate you tuning in, man. I'm back, man. I got to get back into the swing of things. I was on vacation, so I got to get back in the swing of things, man. I got to give my I got to give my audience and my subscribers, the things that I was doing before I went on vacation. Yeah, it's all about basketball. There's no need for the hate at all. That's what I'm saying. Like anything that we say negative about Caitlin Clark, people going to change the narrative and say we're hating. When we talk about the turnovers, we're hating. But y'all can come in, all these Caitlin Clark stands, they can come in and say, Angel Reese stat patting on her rebounds. Rebounding is nothing. Both of them are having good years. Reese is actually getting better. And thank you, Edward T. And that's what I've been saying. Angel Reese, to me personally, if I have to give my honest assessment on both players, I'm saying Angel Reese has impressed me more in the WNBA than what Caitlin Clark has done. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. This is my personal assessment. Knowing the game of basketball, playing basketball at a high level, Angel Reese has impressed me more. Because coming into the WNBA, Angel Reese was only supposed to be a rebounder. But what is she doing now? She's scoring. She's playing defense. She's guarding the best players. Caitlin Clark was known as a scorer. But you can't tell by watching her that she is this prolific scorer because things are not working out the way she wants them to work out. In the All-Star game, look what Angel Reese did in the All-Star game. 13 and 11, 12 and 11. First rookie to have a double-double since 1999 in the All-Star game. Caitlin Clark had 11 assists, but at the same time, she shot horrendous from the three-point range, and that's her specialty. She was 0-7. She was 0-7 from three-point range. But with that being said, both of these girls are good for the WNBA. It's not just Caitlin Clark. So I want people to kill that narrative that Caitlin Clark is doing all this. Caitlin Clark is head and shoulders above Angel Reese. I can't tell. That's what it is. That's the narrative, Terry. That's the narrative that they're trying to put out there, that they're going to throw her in the MVP candidacy just to big up her Rookie of the Year chances. And all that's been spewed by these channels that glaze over Caitlin Clark. Like you said, you throw enough mud on the wall, something going to stick. And this is what's happening. Exactly, Edward. I mean, I would love to see Angel Reese shoot more. Exactly. That's 100%, Terry. Edward, I would love to see Angel Reese shoot more jumpers. See, that's what I'm saying, and I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use this phrase: Caitlin Clark fans make you hate Caitlin Clark, and it is what it is. Caitlin Clark fans make you hate Caitlin Clark. Thank you, Mitchell. Yeah, you're right. Angel Reese is doing more as a leader as a Sky. Caitlin Clark is not a leader on her team. She is not the best player on her team. Let's keep it real. I mean, we keeping it a buck over. You know how we do it over here on Simply Ball Dropping, man. We keep it a buck, man. We keep it a buck, man. Terry, that's 100% facts, man. What you said is 100% facts, man. That's what they do. And you got enough of these YouTubers in the sports media space that create these videos. And if you can go, I know you guys are on YouTube right now. You go on YouTube right now, all you see is the glaze of Caitlin Clark. All you see is them slapping honey on their chest and twerking it up. That's all you see. And like I said, when you throw mud on the wall, you throw enough mud on the wall, something gonna stick. And what happens is these channels that are making this, people are seeing this stuff, so now it becomes a storyline. Man, I don't know who all these sports writers are with these articles that people make. When they put these articles out there, anybody can write an article and publish it. See, that's what I'm saying, Charles. See, This is okay. You got to know the difference. You saying I'm being disingenuous because Caitlin Clark leads all rookies. Let me see. Charles, let me respond to that. Let me respond to that in the best way I can so you can understand my position. You talking about statistics. My statement was Angel Reese has impressed me more in the WNBA than what Caitlin Clark has impressed me. I'm not talking about the stats. I'm talking about the physical eye test. Knowing what Caitlin Clark did in college, the same thing she did in college is some of the things that she is doing in the WNBA. She was known as a scorer, known as a three-point shooter, but she's not scoring at a high clip. She's not shooting the three ball at a high clip. You go 0-7 in front of millions in the All-Star game. She's struggling. So when I said about Angel Reese, why she's impressed me more, we saw what Angel Reese brought to the table at LSU. She was a relentless rebounder. But her rebounding has translated to the WNBA, and she's added scoring to her game as well. And she wasn't known as a scorer. So that's why I'm saying she has impressed me more. She is adding more stuff to her game than what Caitlin Clark is. We know what Caitlin Clark is capable of doing. But has she done that? No, she's not impressed me the way Angel Reese has impressed me, because everybody knew what Caitlin Clark should have brought to the table, but it hasn't translated fully yet. Angel Reese game is translating and is being more transcendent than what Caitlin Clark's has. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, hey, look, Terry, I see it, man. I see it. See, this is what I'm saying. A lot of people, like I said, man, they DM me, they do this and do all that. I see it all, man. James Wilson, thank you for your honest assessment, man. Thanks for your honest assessment. That's all I'm saying. Angel has that's thank you. You summed it up on what I was on my soliloquy. You summed it up, because Angel has produced and Caitlin has underachieved. Even though she's putting up all these statistics, she still has underachieved, man. She still has underachieved. Angel Reese has been more of a dog. Her fourth quarter number. Yeah, exactly. Angel Reese, when the going gets tough and the tough gets going, that's when Angel Reese gets going. Tony G, appreciate that, Tony G. Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Angel Reese is a leader. All her teammates, they feed off of Angel Reese, man. They feed off of everything that Angel Reese is doing. Thank you. Thank you, Edward. Edward, you summed it up, man. And she wasn't supposed to be a starter. That's what I'm saying. Her style of play isn't sexy. Her style of play isn't sexy. And how many times have I said she reminds me of Julius Randle? Like a bull in the china shop. But it's effective. It's effective. Charles Stephen, hate is a strong word. Caitlin Clark fans and AR has fans. Both fans can say what they want about. They can exactly. They can say what they want about their player. But the thing about it is, the Caitlin Clark fans. Just be honest, chat. Chat. Be honest with me for a second. Be honest. Caitlin Clark fans go to the extreme to try to exploit Angel Reese, man, and that's why I said Caitlin Clark fans make you dislike Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is a hell of a ball player, but her fans make you dislike Caitlin Clark. I'm a big fan of the WNBA, a real fan. I'm just tired of the BS on how they going to put Caitlin Clark. Exactly. That's what they trying to do. They trying to push the narrative, Mitchell. They trying to push the narrative for Caitlin Clark to be a part of everything, man. That's why so many people was upset when Cheryl Reeves kept her off of the Olympic team, which Angel Reese fans never complain, because Angel Reese could be well deserving to be on that NBA, that WNBA Olympic team, you know? And like she said after the All-Star game. So what impressed me about Angel Reese in that All-Star game, she came off the bench. She came off the bench in less minutes and put in 12 and 11. Now, where are the people in the chat that's saying that she stat pats? Did she stat pat in the All-Star game? Edward T., you summed it up. That's what I've. How many times have I told y'all, chat, that there's a lot of dedicated Caitlin Clark channels that are just dedicated to Caitlin Clark, and anything that they say, it spears hate. I'm not even going to use the word hate. It spears dislike to Angel Reese, and they run with that. Have you seen the comments about Angel Reese attending the Olympic basketball game? Apparently nobody recognized her and knew who she was. I see it all, Matt. I see it all. I see it all, Matt. Like, she's out there living her best life. And I'm going to tell you what these Caitlin Clark fans do. I'm going to tell you what these Caitlin Clark fans do. See, these Caitlin Clark fans, she goes on vacation with her boyfriend in Mexico. Then they want to, produce videos about that. That's what I'm saying. Like, it seems like, these girls that have formed that little all these dedicated channels, but they make 50. Yeah, they make these Caitlin Clark channels, they make videos on Angel Reese to try to prove to y'all that Angel Reese doesn't belong, just to big up Caitlin Clark. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the plus minus is off the chain. Mitchell, the plus minus is off the chain. We don't even have to get into that. See, that's what I'm saying. They do all the talking for Caitlin Clark. They do all the talking for Caitlin Clark. See, Caitlin Clark is this quiet person. So when we make videos about Caitlin Clark, and I want y'all guys to understand something. This is what I want you guys to understand. For the people that just now joined the chat, produced a video yesterday, had a lot of comments talking about I was doing Caitlin Clark a disgenerous service because I made a statement on a video audio that was sent to me about her giving praise to Cheryl Miller, that coached in the All-Star game. She gave Cheryl Miller the utmost respect, and she said she loves Cheryl. They did a commercial together. She loves Reggie. She likes the family. She likes Cheryl Miller because of her energy. It's contagious. It's infectious. She's a leader. And she called her coach, and Cheryl Miller said, not just yet. Not just yet. So I produced a video about that. And a lot of people said, I'm doing Caitlin Clark a disgenerous service because what I get out of that, because I did a video before when she accepted her award and she sat down and they interviewed her, and she threw a shot at Christy Sides when she was talking about Lisa Bluter. When she was talking about she's the best, Lisa Bluter is the best leader and best coach I've ever been around. Now that comes with Caitlin Clark already playing 8 games in the WNBA with her new head coach, Christy Sides. So, chat, don't y'all think that is a slight at Christy Sides, because Christy Sides is your current coach? In every press conference, you don't say nothing good about your coach when they ask you a question about your coach. You don't give that kind of praise. but you give praises to all these other coaches. So me personally, the way I look at it, that's a little slight at her head coach. Thank you, Mitchell Coles. I appreciate that. So that's what I'm saying. So if you look at the comment section on my latest video, people got upset. Like, oh, you just another hater. You wrong, dude. Why am I wrong? So if you go on a Caitlin Clark channel and they're talking about Caitlin Clark, you're just going to go over there, like I said, and put honey all over your chest and start twerking it up. Y'all going to be lovey-dovey. But like I said, we can agree to disagree. I'm a fan of both. I'm more of a fan of a Caitlin Clark because I'm from Iowa. I just be turned off by Angel Reese self-promotion and her selfish play towards the end of a couple games. Like Matt Armstrong, try to, go more in depth with what that comment is. You be turned off. Now, I understand what you're saying. That's respect that you're a Caitlin Clark fan because you're from Iowa. But the reason why I think you get turned off by her selfish play is because I know you be on YouTube watching videos, and that's what the Caitlin Clark channels have displayed and conveyed to you guys about that, about her being self-promotion and selfish play toward the end of the game. And I think you're referring to the streak. And that's what all the channels was talking about. So when you get accustomed to that and you see that, you're going to run with it as well. You're going to run with it as well. So, they're going to make you believe that she's being selfish, that she's only out there playing for the streak. That's what they make you believe. And I've always said some people are only here to cause confusion. And a lot of these Caitlin Clark channels are out here causing confusion, man, because they're only saying good things about Caitlin Clark to make you find any negative thing to say about Angel Reese. But I respect your comment, though. Charged the Game Media video earlier this week about AR showing herself in the... See, that's what I'm saying. See, they don't keep it basketball related, man. They don't keep it basketball related. I don't care what these two young ladies do in their private life when they're not playing basketball. The thing about it is, over here, we keep it basketball related. Their personal stuff has nothing to do with the way they play the game. When we're talking about basketball, and we're talking about Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, we're talking strictly basketball. I mean, I could care less if Angel Reese is over there in Paris with swimsuits on and people showing, videos and want to try to shame her. What does that got to do with her playing basketball? I mean, yeah, hey, she's making business moves, man. She's making business moves. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. See, Don J, that's what I tell people. See, the media is trying to put Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese against each other, but it's not like that. It's not like that. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's James Wilson. That's facts, man. See, when you come into the business like this of the WNBA, and the WNBA's platform is now elevating, you got to use your platform to get the best out of things, man. Now your voice can be heard, man. You can make business moves. You can make business moves, and that's what Angel Reese is doing, man. She's making financial investments, man. Like LeBron and them said, it's more than a game. It's more than a game. Hey, Bible Boy is in the building, man. Appreciate you coming through, Bible Boy. One of my mods is in the building. Appreciate you. Yeah. But that's what it is, man. But you know how they do. I mean, this one channel that I just can't. It keeps on coming up on the YouTube feed is that Black and White Sports Reporter, man. This cat will make up anything, man, to downplay anything that Angel Reese has done. Yeah. They don't want to do that because if it benefits Caitlin Clark, they're not gonna make no videos like that, man. Anything that's beneficial to Caitlin Clark, you won't see no videos like that. You won't see no videos like that of Caitlin Clark's stat pattern. And like I said, if I wanted to be petty, I could make all kinds of Caitlin Clark stat pattern videos on the assists because there's several times that she gets credited with an assist and it's not an assist. Yeah, Bible boy. Yeah, you just tuned in late, man. I talked about that earlier. I said, Caitlin, when I was talking about the reason why Angel Reese has impressed me more in the WNBA than Caitlin Clark is because we knew what Caitlin Clark brought to the table. Her three-point shooting and her passing. Her three-point shooting hasn't translated to the WNBA. Like the All-Star game, she's 0 for 7 from three-point range, and she kept jacking. Like she never tried to get an easy bucket, man. You only had 4 points, man. You played more minutes than Angel Reese. Angel Reese came off the bench and gave you 12 and 11. Gave you 12 and 11. But nobody wants to talk about that. Dave, you get daughter vibes from Angel. Daughter vibes, yeah. Yeah, Bible boy, we ain't even got to say it. What's understood don't have to be explained. Caitlin Clark has shot atrocious since she's been in the WNBA. And what she's known for, her three-point shooting ability. And she can't get it right. So Israel. So you don't think that the rookie of the year race is close? Why would you say that? Why would you say that the rookie of the year race is not close? Give me your honest assessment. Matter of fact, Israel, I'm gonna drop the link, man. I'm gonna drop the link. Hey, for anybody that wants to come on, man, I dropped the link. The link is in the chat. Come on, Israel. I dropped the link, man. See, Charles, that I'm not gonna do that, man. I'm not here to do that. I don't have to shine the light on Caitlin Clark's stat pattern. I don't have to do it. But people know. Real people that are basketball fans and know the game of basketball, they understand where I'm coming from. I don't have to go out here and make a video like these other Caitlin Clark channels do, make videos breaking down Caitlin Clark's rebounding, talking about other teams are not boxing her out. What does that got to do with Angel Reese? People saying that other teams are letting Angel Reese just get rebounds. Come on now. Yeah, that rookie of the year race is close, man. For anybody that says that rookie of the year race is not close, it's just delusional. Okay, Israel, I got you. Man, that's these Caitlin Clark fans, Bible boy. That's these Caitlin Clark fans that are pushing this narrative. And if you see enough of it, people are going to start talking about it. Like it's going to pick up steam. It's going to pick up traction, man. Yeah, I mean, James Wilson, man, I say it all the time, man. See, what people don't know about me, man, I played basketball, man. I played baseball. I played football. I played at a high level, man. I know the ins and outs about these games, man. I know what an assist is in basketball. An assist supposed to be if I make a pass to you and it leads you into a direct score, that's an assist. Or if I'm gonna get a rebound and I push it out to you and I throw it out to you and you catch it, you take one dribble and lay it in or pull up and you make it, that's an assist. Assist gets canceled after the second dribble. That is not an assist. And a lot of Caitlin Clark's assists come off of just coming down the court, standing at the three-point line, throwing it over to Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell will take 2 dribbles, 3 dribbles for a pull-up, and they give Caitlin Clark an assist. Some of her passes to Aaliyah Boston. She'll throw the ball to Aaliyah Boston at the free throw line. Aaliyah Boston will hold the ball, take 2 or 3 dribbles, make a layup. They credit Caitlin Clark with an assist. Exactly. One dribble. I say Caitlin Clark is top 20 in 5 categories. No other player. Just because she's tops in them categories, make that the rookie of the year race not close? Come on now. What's up, Reggie? Appreciate you, man. Salute. Salute to the locker room. That's what I'm saying, Mitchell. Reese is playing real defense. She's playing going up against the best in the world, man. Now, when she in the All-Star game, she went up against the best the best that the USA got to offer at this particular time, because that's the team that they assembled to go to Paris to bring home the gold. And she dominated in that game. Now, do y'all think Caitlin Clark dominated in the All-Star game? No, she didn't dominate in the All-Star game. Angel Reese dominated. Angel Reese dominated in the All-Star game, man. She came off the bench with 13 and 11, 12 and 11. So, you keep talking about stats. Stats is great. But me personally, like I said, Angel Reese has been more impactful to her team than what Caitlin Clark has been to her team, man. That's what I'm saying. Caitlin, that's right, Terry. Hey, she do got the ball 90% of the time. So she can see, Angel Reese doesn't have the ball. She got to go out and get her. She got to earn hers the dirty way. That's what I'm talking about, D-Ray. She had the 11 assists, right? She had the 11 assists. But what is Caitlin Clark known for? Somebody tell me that. What is Caitlin Clark known for? Thank you. She's been more consistent. Well, 10 assists, D-Ray. Thanks for correcting me. But what is hey, guy in the chat, answer this. What is Caitlin Clark known for, guys? I agree with that, Mitchell. She don't have to be rookie of the year. All she does is want to be. Thank you, D-Ray. She's known for the 3-ball. And what she has done with the 3-ball. And what she's done with the 3-ball. And, when we talk about the turnovers, I saw somebody in the chat say that she's on pace for 300 turnovers. That's insane. You're right, Terry. She got a usage rate, man. So she's the end-all, be-all. She got the ball. She can make any decision she wants. Angel Reese doesn't have the ball all the time. She got to go out and get hers from the mud. That's right, Julie. I mean, More than one dribble is not an assist. More than one dribble is not an assist. See, I got somebody that just DM me talking about what y'all just said about, the swimsuit that Angel Reese is wearing in Paris. What that got to do with anything, man? See, that's what I'm saying. They don't keep it basketball. D-Ray said, how's the 7th pick outdoing the number 1 pick? Angel is showing out. I did see a stat online. They said if they did have to do the redraft, I don't know if you guys saw this. There was a stat online. They said if they had to do a redraft, Angel Reese would be the number 1 pick. Angel Reese would have went to the Fever. That's what I'm saying, Bible boy. That's what I'm saying. What they do, when I said this, everybody said it's harder to get an assist than it is. I mean, it's harder to get an assist than a rebound. Nah, an assist, I'm just passing the ball. The person I pass the ball, they got to finish. And if they don't finish, Caitlin Clark fans are saying, oh, they out there selling out for they selling out Caitlin Clark. They can't even finish her great passes. I mean, you can't win for losing, man. But that's either here nor there. But both of these girls are, they got eyes all over the WNBA. And I've always said, man, I just think that Angel Reese has been the most consistent, the most dominant, and the most impactful rookie thus far. And if I say this, it ain't even close, somebody will come in the chat saying I'm delusional. Yeah, Julie, she has the most offensive rebounds in the WNBA, and she leads the WNBA in rebounding. And that proves that kills all the narratives that Angel Reese was out there stat patting for rebounds, because didn't nobody want to say nothing when she went into the All-Star game and dominated and got a double-double in the All-Star game. Where's all the videos now breaking her down how she got rebounds in the All-Star game? Can anybody produce a video and go step by step and clip by clip saying that the United States basketball team wasn't boxing Angel Reese out, they was just letting her get rebounds? Man, if you notice, she was getting rebounds over 6'7" Brittany Griner. She was getting rebounds over Asia Wilson. Now, y'all know I did a video talking about Asia Wilson, how she destroyed Camila Cardoso at 6'7", and Angel Reese when they played the first game. For her to go into the WNBA All-Star game and outplay them and run the floor. Did you see that block she had on Breanna Stewart? And then she was the first person down the floor, and Enrique Umwale threw that pinpoint pass to Angel Reese, and she laid it up. Now, that's an assist. That's an assist. Yeah, that's what we're going to use that terminology because that's what everybody from Iowa calls Caitlin Clark, the great white hype. So I think we can use that word without, being called something else. But yeah. Yeah, so she's on pace for 300 turns. That's an all-time record. Matt Armstrong said Angel Reese has already set the all-time record for her shots being blocked. Now, what kind of stat is that? Who keeps the stat on how many times you're shot? Oh, yeah, that was Jacquel Jones. You're right, J-Hove. That was Jacquel Jones that threw that pinpoint pass. See, I can stand to be corrected. And I give y'all props when y'all correct me, because that means that y'all in tune and y'all know what's going on. So I appreciate that, J-Hove. Yeah, that was Jacquel Jones that threw that pass, because Angel Reese got the block on Breanna Stewart. Jacquel Jones got the pass. Angel Reese sprinted downfield, threw a dime to her, laid it up. Now that's a pass. But don't nobody want to talk about the elephant in the room, Kelsey Mitchell. How now Kelsey Mitchell, me personally, I think she's the best guard on their team. She is the best guard on their team. Tony C like, yeah, see, they don't want to make videos like they don't want to say that when Caitlin Clark gets her shot blocked. It's been several times that Caitlin Clark has went to the cup and got her shot blocked. See, that's what I'm saying. When y'all start talking about all this stuff, see how people go at you in the chat? Caitlin Clark is on her way to have the record most turnovers. Yeah, Jay, I told y'all, I produced many videos. Kelsey Mitchell is the closer. She's the closer, and a lot of people wanted Kelsey Mitchell, wanted her gone because of the way she ball hog. But Kelsey Mitchell is a veteran. She's been in the league 7 years, man. This ain't her first rodeo. You saw what she did in the All-Star game. Kelsey Mitchell scored in double figures in the All-Star game. It was Caitlin Clark, the known scorer, that only had 4 points. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the 4 points that Caitlin Clark scored in the All-Star game. For all y'all Caitlin Clark fans there in the chat, tell me why she only had 4 points. Tell me why Caitlin Clark had 4 points in the All-Star game. And Caitlin Clark, she knew what it was. I think in that, hey, if you guys go back and look at that All-Star game, I think the pressure got to Caitlin Clark because she was supposed to sub in for Enrique Ungwale, and she refused to go in because she wanted to set back and continue to let Enrique do what she was doing because Enrique was cooking. She was cooking. Caitlin Clark couldn't go in the game and replace that. She knew that she had to let Enrique go in there, stay in there, and keep cooking. She had to let her keep cooking. And that's what I'm saying. Enrique was cooking so much, Caitlin Clark said, nah, Cheryl, keep her in. She didn't want to go in there and mess that up, man. Because what Cheryl said in that huddle, she said, the difference is nobody can stop you, Enrique. Nobody has an answer for you. And Caitlin Clark did not want no part of that. Because if Caitlin Clark would have went in that game and they would have took Enrique out and they would have lost that game, I wanted to see what these Caitlin Clark stands and all these Caitlin Clark Glazers had to say about that. Why would you take Enrique out and put Caitlin Clark in and Caitlin Clark loses the game for you? Because she shot a dismal 0-7 from three-point line and Enrique had to pick up the slack and bring home the MVP. And that was the great thing about it because Angel Reese played less minutes and came off the bench. First bucket, she gets an offensive rebound off of somebody's miss, snatched the board over Brittany Griner, and puts it right back in her face. Bible boy, see, you give them fits when you do that, man. 4 points, and 2 of her points came off a fast break, wide open layup. She couldn't shoot with the best of them, man. She couldn't shoot with the best of them, man. See, D Dan, man, you hurting them, man. Yeah. But I mean, it is what it is, man. Like I said, I just wish people would stop that, man. I wish people would just stop with this Angel Reese slander that she is not building a WNBA brand and people are watching the game just because of Caitlin Clark. Angel Reese said that early in the season. It ain't because of one person. Angel Reese is selling out these arenas too, man. And all the highly generated games are when Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are involved, man. Look what the numbers they did in the Look what the numbers they did in the All-Star game, man. Because Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark was involved. Now, I think if it was just Caitlin Clark, I don't think them numbers do well. Like I said, Angel Reese got a say in that too. Yeah, Angel Reese's box office. But the crazy thing about it is, Bible Boy, for all the Caitlin Clark fans say they only watching the WNBA because of Caitlin Clark, I guarantee you that there are the ones that are peeking in on to see what Angel Reese has done. Because if not, you wouldn't see all these videos over YouTube with these Caitlin Clark channels making videos on Angel Reese if they're not so in tune to what Angel Reese is doing. That's right, Julie. She knew better. She knew better. She didn't want but I don't think that Caitlin Clark could have lived in that moment that Enrique was in. So she did best. She did best. CBD, come on, man. Come on, man. Her game is not appealing to your eyes, but it's box office. Exactly, Bible Boy. See that's another proven fact. That's another proven fact that these Caitlin Clark fans say that they're only watching the WNBA because of Caitlin Clark. I know y'all seen the comments where people say, I only started watching the WNBA because of Caitlin Clark. I beg to differ, because you're watching Caitlin Clark, but you're watching Angel Reese too, because if you wasn't, you wouldn't have got your panties in a bunch when Angel Reese was on that streak. Watching every video that these Caitlin Clark fans are putting out there, waiting for the streak to end. And then when the streak ends, y'all go over there and glorify that mess. Like I said, y'all put honey on your chest and was over there twerking it up. That's right. 18 minutes and was more efficient, Julie. Totally agree. BD, I beg to differ, man. I've been watching the NBA since it was inaugurated in 1997, man. So you can't. I'm not that. I'm not that. I'm a sports guy. I'm not that. Whose game reminds you of James Harden? Her game reminds me of James Harden. I hate watching James Harden. Alamad Adams. Oh, Caitlin Clark. Okay. Caitlin Clark. Ooh, boy. See, that's the stuff that, I mean, that's your own opinion, BD. I mean, you know, I can't knock you for your opinion. I can't get mad at you for your opinion. And that's what I be saying to a lot of people that come down in the comments, man. So let me catch some people up on some things I talked about before you got in the chat. I've been on vacation and I came back and I produced my video yesterday. Did a podcast yesterday. First podcast I dropped in about a week. And I was talking about something that was DM'd to me when I was on vacation. And I said that'd be a good show to talk about. Somebody sent me an audio clip of what Caitlin Clark said about Coach Cheryl Miller, how she coached in the All-Star game. And the audio clip that I listened to was Caitlin Clark praising Cheryl Miller. And I made a video about that. And I thought, me personally, this is my opinion, I thought that the praise that she gave Cheryl Miller was kind of a little shot or a little shade at Christy Sides. And the reason why I say that is because I did a video before when Caitlin Clark accepted her award. She was already 8 games into the WNBA. She gave high praise about Lisa Bluter being the best coach she's ever had, the best leader, and everything. I thought that was a shot at Christy Sides. So the video I did yesterday, a lot of people, that was my take on it. I thought that, that she, was a little shade at Christy Sides because she has never commended or said any high praises about Christy Sides as a coach. Never gives her high praise about Christy Sides as a coach. Now, some guys in the WNBA and these other sports, they have their coach's best interests. But it seems like every time people come at Christy Sides, nobody wants to stick up for her. It's always when they lose, they blame Christy Sides. So I thought me producing that video, a lot of people came in the comments saying I was doing Caitlin Clark a disservice because they saying she's not that type of person and I'm just making up stuff. I'm not making up nothing. You heard the video. That's my perception of it. Because this ain't the first time that Caitlin Clark has said good things about other coaches outside of the current coach that she has. You make a good point, Julie. You make a good point. And the reason why I say you make a good point, because Reese has always been a double-double. She had 34 double-doubles at LSU last season, all-time record. She's doing what she's known for compared to. Exactly. And this is my argument. This is my argument, Julie. This is my argument. Angel Reese's game has translated over to the WNBA. Caitlin Clark's game hasn't translated just yet. And when I say that, people say I'm hating. Because what Angel Reese is known for, she's still doing that, but she's elevating her scoring at the same time. Caitlin Clark hasn't done that. She hasn't shown me that. I want to see the three-pointers that she was hitting in college. I want to see that translate. She has been atrocious from the three-point line. And once again, in front of a national television audience, Saturday night in the All-Star game, she was another dismal 0 for 7 from three-point range. See, Israel, don't do that. You really care about an exhibition game? It's not about an exhibition game. The same thing that she's done in the exhibition game, she has done in the real games, man. We can't run from that, man. We can't run from that, Israel. Stop it. You only here to cause confusion, man. You only here to cause confusion. The same thing. See, terminology, if you play sports, what you do in practice, that's what you're going to do in the game. So if you call the All-Star game an exhibition game, what she did in the All-Star game, she's doing in the regular season. Shooting a dismal percentage from three-point line. She shot 0 of 7 from three-point range, man. Coach Q. See, I mean, somebody got to say it. I always can't say it. That's why I love the chat, man, because the chat is going to let you know. The chat is going to let y'all know. I don't have to always say it. I'm just the one that takes the flack for it. I'm just the one that takes the heat for it because this is my show and this is what I do. I'm in the YouTube media space. So, they're going to come at you. That's Bible boys. See, they don't want to. See, they want to hide from the truth, man. See, when the truth comes out and you known for shooting three-pointers and you shooting 28% in your last 8 games, they want to run from that. They want to run from that. See, Israel, you want to deflect. The WNBA 3-point percent, you want to deflect. We talking about Caitlin Clark. We talking about her shooting, man. We're not talking about the WNBA as a whole. We talking about Caitlin Clark, the person that was averaging more than 27 points a game, almost 30 points in college, and is only averaging 17 points a game, only averaging 2 more points than Angel Reese, and she's not known as a scorer. Come on, man. Make it make sense.
Got him!
Make it make sense. Marquise, what's up? We got Marquise Sean Donkin's in the house. Y'all see what I'm doing, man. Simply ball dropping, we sipping. Israel. So, once again, what you doing? You deflecting. You deflecting. You deflecting on her 3-point shot, man. So, Israel, let me ask you a question, man. This is just a question. Has she shot the ball the way she has shot the ball in college? Yes or no? This is a yes or no question. That's what they do, coach. They only here to cause confusion, man. They only here to cause confusion. They only here to cause confusion. Thanks, BD. Thanks for being honest, man. Thanks for being honest. See, Israel won't answer that question. He won't answer that question, man. We got crickets, man. Okay. So now, like Coach said, the narrative has changed. Now they don't want to concentrate on her shooting. They don't want to talk about her shooting. Now all of a sudden they want to talk about her assists. Why don't they want to talk about her shooting now? Because she's getting these assists? She's getting these assists that are not assists. And I'm just going to keep it a buck. She's getting assists when they're not even assists. Alamad Adams, man, we're going to leave Juju out of this. She's different. Juju's different. We'll talk about Juju. When the college season starts, we're going to talk about Juju. Wow, Clark is 37th in 3-point percentage. Wow, who would have thought it? Yeah. Alamad Adams, they want to talk about the assists now. They don't want to talk about her shooting struggles. If you talk about the shooting struggles, they change the narrative and talk about the assists. That's what I'm saying, Coach Q. If you're averaging 7.7 assists, but you're averaging 6 turnovers, what's your assist to turnover ratio? Woo, we got crickets tonight. We got these crickets out there tonight. Coach Q, don't hurt them. And see, don't nobody want to talk about Rakia Jackson with her shoe deal. Yeah, BD, you know we got crickets tonight. We got crickets tonight, BD. See that Bible boy. See? That's what I'm saying, Bible boy. I'm gonna use the terminology that the late great Tupac said, and also my guy Reggie over there at the locker room. They only here to cause confusion, man. They only here to cause confusion. And that's the crazy thing. They can't have it both ways, Bible boy. 8 assists, but her fans say her teammates are rash and can't catch the ball. Come on, man. Boy, y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy. But I love the chat, man. I love you guys, man. Y'all keeping it a buck. I'm not, hey, BD. I'm not talking about you, BD. I'm talking, hey, BD. Where are all the other Caitlin Clark stands at tonight? They crickets. When we point out facts, they go hide. They go hide, BD. BD, BD, you've been on the panel. I know you keep it real. I already know your position. You don't hate on Angel Reese. You just a Caitlin Clark fan, but you don't hate on Angel Reese. See, Israel, what you doing? You trying to deflect again. Now you talked about Angel Reese, 1.8 assists and 2 turnovers. Angel Reese she's not a passer. She's a rebounder. Let's talk about her rebounds. Let's get that straight, Israel. Give me a stat on her rebounds and her offensive rebounds. Then we can talk. Thank you, BD. I know you call it like you see it, man. I gave you praise when you was on the panel, man. I learned a lot from you that day. Yeah. Marquis Sean, man, stop that, man. You don't even believe that statement you just said, man. Stop. Stop that. Marquis Sean Dawkins, don't do that, man. You see, that's what, hey, got the A. These Caitlin Clark stand, you can tell when these Caitlin Clark fans get mad and get in defense mode because you can see some of their comments, man. Julie Middleton. See? And everybody got a problem with Willer. But she averaged 5 assists last year on a team that Caitlin Clark is on now, and Caitlin Clark only averaged 7. So what's that saying? If you got the ball in your hand, you're going to get assists. See, this guy is real. This guy is real. This is what Israel says. Here's a fact. She had the hardest schedule in NBA history, 11 games in 20 days. They tried to destroy her early, 2-9 early, and now they are 11-15. Israel, man, stop deflecting, man. Stop deflecting. Paul Pierce said on Undisputed that it's okay to average those turnovers and still be great. Yeah. I agree. And see, Julie Middleton, I'm glad that you said that. And the reason why I'm glad that you said that, because this should put some context to when we talk about the turnovers. If we bring up turnovers with Caitlin Clark, don't get mad at us. It is what it is. You can still have them turnovers and you can still be great. So you, Israel, you still think she's the second best rookie? Israel, let me ask you a question, man. What don't you like about Angel Reese, where you got to, undermine what she's doing? What you don't like about Angel Reese? You can't just give Angel Reese some respect and her props without slighting her just because you like Caitlin Clark. Bible boy, see you bringing out the analytics, Bible boy, and they don't want to see that. You bringing out the analytics, man. Oh man, Willer had 2.8 turnovers with the same teammates. Make it make sense, man. My phone blowing up, y'all. My phone is blowing up. Let's just keep it a buck. Yeah. D-Ray, you can call it like you want to call it, man. And it is what it is, man. That's what it is. But you can still be great, Charles. That's what I'm trying to say. Steph Curry, LeBron James leads the NBA in turnovers, right? He's still great. It's okay, Caitlin Clark, that you got all these turnovers. Don't get mad at us when we bring up Caitlin Clark's turnovers. Don't start trying to shit on us because we talk about her turnovers. She's still a great player. But we just pointing out the obvious. She turns the ball over at a high clip. Israel, boy. Israel, I see you're going in, you're being defensive tonight, man. Thomas, man, what's going on, man? Thomas, let me ask you a question, Thomas, because you keep it real. You keep it real. Caitlin Clark was 0-7 from 3-point range in the All-Star game. A comment came on the chat saying that, are we really talking about an exhibition game? What's your take on that? Because my response was, Caitlin Clark, what she did in the exhibition game, she does in the regular season games. And if you're a sports guy and you played sports, they always told you, what you do in practice converts over to the real game. So what's your take on that? Tell me what your take is on that, Thomas. And when we said Angel Reese outperformed Caitlin Clark in the All-Star game, even though Caitlin Clark had the assist, Angel Reese consistently does what she does. Another double-double against the United States' best, what they can offer at this time, because they sent that crew over to Paris. And you see what they did to Germany. They dismantled Germany in their warm-up game. But Angel Reese still cooked all of them. Oh, yeah, Rachel Nichols got – it is what it is, man. You know, Angel Reese, Angel Reese is making this happen that way. And Rachel Nichols was on Undisputed, and Paul Pierce and Skip and Keyshawn was letting her have it. Yeah, they was trying to give her a 3-point. Hey, I don't know when y'all was watching the All-Star game. It was one time Caitlin Clark came down, had a wide open 3-pointer. Angel Reese was on the bench cheering her on, like Angel Reese even put up the form like she was going to shoot it, and Caitlin Clark never shot the ball. Never shot the ball. They make excuses. They make excuses for Caitlin Clark, man. Now, this is the same Angel Reese that shows heart and dedication when she's sitting on the bench with her team. She showed that same desire and determination in the All-Star game when Caitlin Clark had the ball. So make it make sense. So was it a problem that Angel Reese was cheering on Caitlin Clark from the bench? But when she cheers on her teammates from the bench for plays that y'all might say are dirty, it's a problem? Make it make sense. It is alarming, Thomas. It's alarming. But my next question is, Angel Reese was cheering on Caitlin Clark the same way she cheers on her team. Everybody has a problem with Angel Reese on the bench jumping up, clapping for everything that her team does. She showed that same infectious energy in the All-Star game every time Caitlin Clark had the ball when she was on the bench, cheering on everything that Caitlin Clark did. Do we have a problem? Yeah, 28 minutes, only had 4 points. You're right, Thomas. But they don't want to talk about that. They want to deflect on that. Can somebody answer that question, man? Can a Caitlin Clark fan answer that question? It's a problem when Angel Reese cheers on her team, the Chicago Skies, in every play that they do. But did you see Angel Reese cheering on Caitlin Clark for everything that she has done in the All-Star game? Even if she didn't have the ball, even for her passes and cheering on, that same infectious energy Angel Reese showed in the All-Star game toward Caitlin Clark. Israel. Angel Reese will win Rookie of the Year if the Sky finish above the Indiana Fever. And you heard it here first. See, Julie, Julie, you in your bag tonight. You in your bag tonight, Julie. Angel only plays 28 minutes a night. Clark plays 40 minutes. Who's patting stats now? Man, look, man, I can't make this stuff up, man. I can't make this stuff up, man. I love the chat, man. Man, you know something, Israel? That's probably the realest thing you said all night, man. That's probably the realest thing you said all night, man. That's the realest thing you said all night. And the crazy thing about it is you still haven't answered my question, man. So is it a problem that Angel Reese cheers for her teammates, even if y'all think it's a bad or dirty play, but she was cheering that same way in the All-Star game when Caitlin Clark had the ball and everything Caitlin Clark did? Can somebody answer that question? But who are Angel Reese critics, though? The Angel Reese critics are the Caitlin Clark stans that produce these videos on YouTube. That's her critics. That's her critics. These people in the YouTube media space that have these channels that are only dedicated to Caitlin Clark, they are her critics. Hey, D-Ray, I said that in my video yesterday. They don't want to take in consideration in the All-Star weekend in the half-court shot that Angel Reese beat Caitlin Clark. In that half-court shot, and Cheryl Miller had to pay all that money out to Angel Reese and Enrique. They don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about the great three-point shooter in Caitlin Clark, and she got dismantled by Angel Reese from the half-court shot. Let's talk about that. That's right, Thomas. That's what I'm saying, BD. She cheers. But everybody had a problem when you go back and they wanted to pinpoint the video out of Angel Reese cheering Kennedy Carter when she knocked Caitlin Clark to the floor. That she was cheering that on. That's just Angel Reese. She cheers on every play. She was cheering Caitlin Clark on to the fullest like she was a Caitlin Clark Glazer. See, Marquise Sean Duncan. See, you say no one passes like Caitlin Clark. See that there, and you want to deflect, man. We not talking about her passing. We talking about her shooting, man. What's wrong with Caitlin Clark shooting? Can somebody that is a Caitlin Clark fan tell us in the chat why she can't shoot that thing? She can't shoot that rock no more. What's the problem? Yeah, it's love taps, man, but nobody has addressed the fact that Angel Reese has been cheering from the sidelines her whole career, man. See, Marquise? Sean, you set yourself up for that. No one passes like Caitlin Clark. And somebody responded, no one turns the ball over like Caitlin Clark. Man, y'all cutting up tonight, man. Y'all cut.
We the best.
Oh, man. Thomas Anderson, he's another Caitlin Clark fan, and he's just keeping it real. He said, I think it's the fear and the pressure. See, Thomas Anderson, you see how the Caitlin Clark fans set themselves up in the chat? And see, it's not me exposing them. It's the chat exposing them. Whew. You going to answer that question, Mitchell? Go ahead and answer that question, Mitchell. Go ahead and answer it, because I see the Caitlin Clark fans don't want to answer it. I see the Caitlin Clark fans don't want to answer it. Man, that's why I love my supporters, man. That's why I love my subscribers, man. Y'all the best, man. You see that right there? Simply ball dropping. Y'all need one of these glasses, man. Y'all need one of these glasses, man, when y'all drinking. Mitchell Coles. Come on, man. I'm gonna drop the link, Mitchell. I'm gonna drop the link, Mitchell. Come on up, man. I want you to expose these Caitlin Clark stands, man. I'm gonna drop the link. The link is in the chat, man. If y'all want to pull up on the panel, man, come up on the panel, man. We're gonna have a good time, man. D. Ray said if Angel Reese was white, y'all, there wouldn't be no Caitlin Clark fans. Come on, man. Y'all hit the link in the chat, man. All right. My man BD. Okay. All right, BD. Let me go ahead and get BD on the stage real quick. What up, BD?
How you doing, my brother?
What's going on, man? We having a good one tonight. What's the deal, man? Talk to me.
Okay, I'm gonna put it to you like this. She needs to get up more shots. When she get up more shots, her rhythm will come back. But she's only taking 10 to 15 shots a game. You can't really get a rhythm like that. Remember, in college, she was taking 25 to 30 shots a game. In the WNBA, she's taking 10 to 15 shots a game. A shooter needs to shoot the ball, and she's not shooting the ball enough to create a rhythm for herself.
Whose fault is that?
I guess it's the system. It's her. It's a little of everything. I'm not going to put that squarely on Caitlin Clark. No, I'm not going to do that.
I can't say that, BD. And the reason why I can't say that, okay, in the All-Star game, like they say, it's an exhibition game, right? She turned down more shots than what she shot.
That shit wasn't no exhibition game. They were playing for real.
I know,
that wasn't no exhibition.
I understand that, BD, but people in the chat say it's an exhibition game. So I'm just going off of what Israel said in the chat. He's talking about, we're really talking about an exhibition game. That was the most competitive All-Star game I've ever seen in basketball history. And the reason why I say that
is men should take note, because the NBA All-Star game is trash.
Yeah. But we're gonna leave the NBA out of it right now. But what I'm saying is Caitlin Clark turned down a lot of shots I got Mitchell Coles, but Mitchell Coles, before you go, let me say this. Caitlin Clark turned down a lot of shots in the All-Star game. And the question I posed to people was, nobody had a problem with Angel Reese cheering on everything that Caitlin Clark was doing when Angel Reese was on the bench. But they have a problem with Angel Reese cheering her teammates on when the things get going and the going gets tough and you get knocked around. People will point out videos like that. Oh, why is she encouraging people to knock Caitlin Clark down? But nobody said nothing about the way that she was cheering Caitlin Clark on. There was one time that Caitlin Clark came down and had a three-point shot. She turned it down, and Angel Reese thought she was going to shoot it. So,
Right.
so that's what I'm saying is a lot of people, they want to deflect and want to turn to the assist now. Let's talk about her scoring. That's what she's known for.
Can I just say this real quick though?
All right, go ahead.
The Kennedy Carter shit, that wasn't a basketball play. That was a dirty play. But, and here's the big but, Kennedy Carter made a business decision when she did that. Nobody knew who Kennedy Carter was before that. Matter of fact, she wasn't even in the league last year.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? So she made a business decision when she knocked Caitlin Clark to the floor. She was like, look, I'm going to knock this cash cow to the floor, and then people are going to start talking about me, and then they're going to find out, oh, shit, I could really play.
Exactly.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, Mitchell. What you got, Mitchell? Let's let Mitchell jump in here. What you got, Mitchell?
With that whole Clark situation, she got elbowed in the face. So that was retaliation.
Okay.
But to answer that CC question, she playing with grown women. She ain't in college no more. She playing with grown women. And they're not gonna tolerate all that disrespect that she's portraying on the court with the elbows and the pushing off. Cause she pushed off a lot. I'm a CC fan, but she pushed off a lot.
But that's what people don't want to talk about, Mitchell. See, when I point out the obvious stuff, everybody thinks I'm hating, man. Everybody thinks I'm hating.
Because I played the game of basketball at a high level.
Exactly. That's what I tell people. See, I don't have to knock around my achievements.
To get space. You can't extend that arm to get space. You got to create space.
That's what I do. Yeah. See, I don't have to knock around my achievements. Hey, somebody got an echo, and they might need to turn their audio down. All right, we got, Mitchell, we got Juju in here. Juju, what you got? They might need to turn their audio.
Okay, hold on. Hey, I'm going to turn mine down.
Okay.
We got Juju in here. Juju. Hey, y'all. Okay.
I got you.
Check this out, BD. Check this out. Please don't say we don't know who Kennedy Carter is. You don't know who Kennedy Carter is. Kennedy Carter.
I do know who Kennedy Carter is. Thank you.
Hold up, BD. Let her get her take off, and then we'll let you get back in here.
Let me ask. Okay, let me say this. I don't know who said it. Maybe I said the wrong person. Who said simply nobody knew who Kennedy Carter was?
That's what BD said that. Well, we're going to let BD address that after you get your take off.
Thank you. You can rebuttal after this. I'm saying I've heard that before. We do know who Kennedy Carter is. You and other Fever fans or whoever don't know who Kennedy Carter is. Kennedy Carter played for Texas A&M, sir. And when they played, and in 2020, she was high in the draft, like I think number 4. And secondly, when they played the USA team, Sue Bird said, I don't want to guard her.
Yeah.
Okay? So don't say we don't know who Kennedy Carter is. Kennedy Carter has some issues because Kennedy Carter came out the mud. Just like that's why she's a perfect teammate to Angel Reese, who comes from B-More, who understands what it's like to be misunderstood. She admitted when she went overseas, which was the smart thing to do, she had to grow up and she had to mature because she's a reactor. She's a reactor. And the person who says she got elbowed in the face, Clark elbowed her. I could see the play. I saw what was getting ready to happen.
But check, I don't mean to cut you off, Juju. See, and that's what people don't understand. I did a video on that. It's always a reaction to an action, right? If you look at the previous play before, Caitlin Clark elbowed her in the face, right? And then she talked junk to her all the way down the court. So what Kennedy Carter did, she hit the jumper and she ran up on Caitlin Clark and she gave her the shove in the back. But what people don't understand about Kennedy Carter is the only reason why she wasn't in the WNBA yet last year is because of the off-court issues. It wasn't had nothing to do with her basketball play because everybody knows that she belongs. And it was the off-court stuff that got her out of the league for a year. But she's back now. But you're right, Juju. It was the play before that Caitlin Clark elbowed her and gave her some words. Kennedy Carter followed her all the way down court, bust that jumper, and ran up on her and gave her a shove. I thought it was great.
It was a little hip check.
Yeah, that's all it was. It wasn't nothing malicious. It was just letting her know that I'm here. You know what I'm saying? If everybody thinks it's going to be all about Caitlin Clark, no, I'm here. I've been in this league.
Okay, simply let's say this: people had a problem with it. It was the ball wasn't in play. The ball wasn't in play, or whatever the case may be. That's why we ended up having to show people. You remember Clark when the girl, she doesn't like to be face guarded. So
no, she doesn't.
She doesn't. You've seen it in W. But let's talk about it in college. But she pushed that girl off her feet to the ground because she didn't like it so much.
And see, the thing about it is, Juju, like I was telling people early in the chat, like if you really go back and look at it, all these Caitlin Clark channels that are dedicated to the Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark, they make videos about Angel Reese, about her rebounding and stuff like that, right? Now, if I want to be petty, but I'm not petty, I can make all kinds of videos about Caitlin Clark. I can go back to her college days where a lot of people, when she came into the WNBA, they got so mad because the way they was treating, Caitlin Clark, shoving her around. They did the same thing to Candace Parker when she came in as a rookie, and nobody said nothing. So I can make all kinds of videos stemming back to Caitlin Clark in her Iowa days. She's pushing people off to create separation. But when it comes to Caitlin Clark, she can do no wrong. So what you think about that?
I mean, you're absolutely correct. And there's a way that you there's a way that you clear hands from, touching you and all that kind of stuff. But she's doing it wrong. She's not using the chicken wing. She's shoving off. She's pushing off. But and not only that, like, please, I was watching when the brawl happened with Detroit and Candace Parker. But let's even talk about this year, what AT did to Angel. You didn't hear Angel whining. Our fans were like, all right, get up, Rook, get up. You got this. She pretty much did a judo flip on, and she landed and banged her head back.
Angel Reese welcomed that.
Bring it on. Come on.
She said in the post, she said, I've been playing with Alyssa for the longest, right? And she's helping me get better. So it's no hard feelings. I want them to keep coming at me like that.
Right.
But as soon as somebody does that to Caitlin Clark, their Caitlin Clark fans get their panties in bunches and they cry wolf.
As a black woman, I got a problem simply, and I appreciate you, brother, so much, because I am so upset with Braun and that Sharp. I think Monica McNutt kind of got Sharp in line. You and a few others, like, you don't hear that outrage when stuff like this happens to us, assistants. But I guess, and you know what, someone said, well, you guys were stronger, you're tougher. I'm like, don't weaken our league by us having the white fragility thing. Don't do that. Let me tell you, Clark is fine with it. She really is. She can handle it.
Exactly. And that's what I tell people. See, and people get mad at me, come in the comments talking about why you hating on I'm not hating on Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark does not want the WNBA to baby her. Caitlin Clark is tough as nails. And you can tell by her play. She comes in, you can tell by why she played at Iowa. She does a lot of, I wish they would go back to the olden days like the NBA used to have when it was mic'd up, when they made them videos about all the trash talking. I would love to hear what Caitlin Clark is saying out on that court, because she got a lot of things to say, and a lot of people don't see that, right? So they want to baby Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark's no baby. She's tough as nails.
Simply, check this out. Her brother and her boyfriend, right? The stuff that they're saying and laughing about behind Reese, right? If that's your boyfriend and that's your brother laughing, you don't think at the dinner table or conversations are going around Clark, if they're talking like that, you mean to tell me you don't think that she's joining it? I think she got an undercover side to her.
And see, and Dejiana Carrington pointed that out. Caitlin Clark, you're so huge now, you got a big platform, right? but you don't say nothing. When you don't say nothing, I see a problem because Caitlin Clark fans are speaking for Caitlin Clark. And Caitlin Clark can put a stop to that. She can put a stop to that. Let me let Mitchell get back in here. So Mitchell, come on back, man. What you got to say?
I'm here. I was just listening in.
Okay.
Good take. Yeah, CC is a trash talker. That's part of the game. I talked a lot of trash when I was on the court. Talked a lot of trash. It's part of the game. So I don't know why they try to baby CC. I don't understand it. They didn't do it. Stewie didn't get baby. Taraji.
Hey, can I jump in here real quick? Because I never got to respond.
Okay, go ahead and respond, BD. I'm gonna let it's your show, man. We're gonna be quiet and let you respond. Go ahead.
Okay, first of all, I know who Trinity Carter is because I watch basketball. I'm a real fan. That's number one. I've been watching the WNBA since '97. I've been watching college since '83. That's two. Three, the average person has no idea who Trinity Carter is. That's what I was talking about. I wasn't talking about me personally. I'm talking about just the average basketball fan who just started watching the WNBA, had no idea who Trinity Carter was until she knocked CC out of bounds. That's all I was trying to say. Nobody knew who she was. Now, you have to be an avid basketball fan to know who she was.
If you didn't know who she was, then how did you bring up all these not you? When I say that, I'm from, my family from New York, we say you. How did all the receipts come up all of a sudden? Will all the receipts about her past come up if you don't know who she is? What you're meaning is her play didn't speak loud enough to be like she was trying to get some clout. She's not trying to get any clout off her. She doesn't need clout because whether you're an average fan or not, those average fans obviously knew something. They knew the dirt, but they wanted to excuse and ignore the fact that this girl. Let me tell you something. You think Enrique can't be stopped? Kennedy elevation. Kennedy can dunk. Okay, I don't know if you know that. The way that she plays is like Allen Iverson. It's tighter than you're gonna see it. It's tighter.
That's her favorite player. Yeah.
Mama, you be surprised about who I know.
But I'm saying, don't say, it's almost like when people were saying that, the average fan is like, oh, we don't know shit. She's not a big deal. This is because, why do you think in the elections they want to win Iowa? Because Iowa ain't got nothing out there, ain't got nothing going on. And they got a lot of people that are going to push the vote, push the narrative, so you can bring it. And I appreciate everything she's done. It's almost made me not even like the girl. The fans made me almost not like this girl because I just she didn't draw my eye when I watched her. Just like Curry. Okay, Curry is great, but that's not who I'm looking at. I don't care about those logo threes because everybody knows you can't live and die by threes to win a game. Every single
Why
time.
not? Steph Curry done made a whole career living and dying by shooting threes.
And so has rebounding. Pat Summit says defense wins. Guess what? But they said rebounds wins championship. I'll take Reese over Clark any day because a lot of people can do what Clark does. But not a lot of the people want to do the dirty work like Reese is doing. No one wants
to. That's where you're wrong. This is not the NBA. This is the WNBA. Okay, the WNBA. There's only hold on. Let me finish. There's only 3 other women who got that kind of range. Ionescu, McBride, and I can't think of the other girl off the top of my. Maybe Enrique.
Got that.
Yeah. But other than that, the women aren't shooting like that. They're just not. Let's call ace and spade. They're not shooting.
Has Enrique won any championships?
No, but Enrique a beast.
No. Has Yolanda Griffith or Tina Charles won championships?
Yes.
So what did I just say? Rebounding wins championships. You gotta have a rebound.
And that's what Tina Charles.
Jordan win championships before he had Dennis Rodman.
Hold on, once Juju. Let me get in here. And what Yolanda Griffith did and Tina Charles did, what was they best at?
Rebounding, sir.
Rebounding the basketball. So this is the problem that I have, BD, about all these people sparing this narrative about Angel Reese and her rebounding, right? I have a problem with that because I'm on YouTube, hot and heavy, and I see what goes on. I have a lot of people that follow me on Instagram and a lot of people that follow me on Twitter X. And what people fail to realize is I get a lot of clips DM'd to me, right? Asking me what's my take on this. Now, the only reason why I saw what Pope B. Frank did about Angel Reese's rebounding is because somebody sent me the whole YouTube video. And I found it. I have nothing against Pope B. Frank. I love what he's doing over on his channel. He's a Caitlin Clark fan. He's dedicated to Caitlin Clark. He raps about Caitlin Clark. I commend that young brother. But when he did that video breaking down Angel Reese's rebounding, I had a problem with that. And I said I could be petty and I could make a whole video about Caitlin Clark's assists. But I said, nah, I'm going to stay away from that. That's not who I am. So that's the problem that I have.
Well, here's the thing. You talk about Tina Charles and Yolanda Griffin. You can't really, that's comparing apples to oranges. Tina Charles and Yolanda Griffin had an offensive skill set. Angel Reese does not have that yet. She'll get it in a year or two, but she don't have that right now. Her game is Joakim Noah for real right now. That's just right now. I'm not saying that she's always going to be that way, but right now she's an elite rebounder, the best rebounder in the league probably. You understand what I'm saying? But she has no offensive skill set. None at all.
Simply, is offensive rebounds...
Tina Charles could score.
Is offensive rebounds putbacks in score? Is that considered on the board of offense?
It's scoring, but it's not a skill set.
But
it's not a skill set. Listen, Joakim Noah did the same exact thing.
That's not.
And every once in a while, he give you 20 points.
BD,
but the two consistent things about Joakim Noah, he was going to rebound and he was going to have a high motor. And that's Angel Reese. She's going to rebound and she's going to give you energy for 40 minutes. But she's not going to give you 20 points a game. She'll give you 15 rebounds a game. She's not going to give you 20 points a game.
Right, BD, I got to disagree with you on that. I got to disagree with you on that. You being disingenuous because you didn't want to say nothing when Angel Reese put in 27 points and had 18 rebounds. We didn't want to talk about that.
No,
right?
she had 27 and 10, not 27,
27 and 10.
27 and 10 and 25 and 16.
Yeah, that's what the 25 and 16. Nobody wanted to say nothing about that, right? So you're telling me what Angel Reese was known for coming out of college, right? A high motor and rebounding. But what we've been trying to say is when I say Angel Reese has been more impressive to me than Caitlin Clark because her game has translated and her scoring has picked up. What we know from Caitlin Clark, what we saw for Caitlin Clark in college hasn't translated over to the WNBA. Her three-point shooting is dismal. When you're in front of a national televised audience on Saturday night in an all-star game against the best of the best, and you go 0 for 7, you have 4 points in 28 minutes, and Angel Reese comes off the bench, and she puts in 12 and 11, another double-double. The consistency that she has shown and what she has translated from college over to the WNBA is more impressive, hands down, than what Caitlin Clark is doing.
Okay, I'll put it to you like this. Angel Reese is definitely more consistent than Caitlin Clark. Definitely. But she's not aesthetically pleasing to watch. She's just not.
Oh, okay,
see,
so
there's not pleasing to watch to you.
How was that? Elaborate.
She's pleasing to look at because she's pretty as hell, but she's not aesthetically pleasing to watch.
Stop, BD.
She's not.
Stop.
I'd rather watch Asia Wilson.
Go ahead, Mitchell. Go ahead and jump in here, Mitchell. What you got to say?
The disrespect is real. She's going up against bigs, people taller than her, rebounding everybody, out-rebounding everybody. And you talk about that's not a skill. That is a skill. How you play basketball, that is a skill.
I never said that wasn't a skill, sir.
Yeah,
I just said it wasn't aesthetically pleasing.
Okay,
I never said it wasn't a skill. It is a skill.
Guard. You're comparing her to a guard.
They always have the ball in her hands. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's crazy. That's crazy talk.
It really is. It's like when we had the argument here in LA with Kobe and Shaq. We love watching Kobe do everything that Kobe was doing, but we also Kobe should have calmed down. They could have played longer, won more championship if you would have just understood, bro. You are robbing right now.
See,
Yes,
you open. See, Juju. See, don't do that. You open up another can. That's
I won't do that.
Stay,
All right,
stay
let's
away
stay
from.
with
You
the
open up
women.
another can.
Let's stay
That's
with
for
the
another
women.
segment.
Let's stay with the women.
Yeah,
Let's stay
yeah.
with the women.
Right, that's a whole
But
nother conversation there.
can we agree? It's
Conversation.
two different positions.
Yeah.
And Asia was the same way as
Hey, what you doing?
Reese. When she came in, she
What you doing?
actually Reese is actually to me
Still on break?
better at what she's doing. And then Asia slowly
What time you go to break?
added that to her game, which you're going to see Reese do. And that's why you saw her in Seattle pop that three with somebody jumping in her face. Dude, when she gets that, there's you. Ooh,
Okay, Juju.
Well, I said that the last time I was on this panel. If Angel Reese get a jump shot, she becomes Asia Wilson.
Hey, see, BD. See, this is what I have a problem with.
I said that though.
Okay,
Oh,
BD. This is what I have a problem with. I produced a show probably about a month ago talking about if Angel Reese gets that mid-range and that three-point game, she's gonna be like Asia Wilson. Oh, everybody came at me, shitted on me, told me I was delusional. See, that's the problem I have with when you talk basketball and you know what you're talking about and you stand on business, people don't like that. And see, what I like about Juju brings the meats with the potatoes. She don't only serve you meat, she gives you the sides to go with that meat, right?
Baby.
So basically what Juju is talking about, Juju is giving you all facts, right? So she's coming out hard. Some people come out like a cabbage, all head and no ass. Juju's not doing that. Juju is giving you the facts. Juju is breaking it down from a basketball standpoint. Juju's not talking about the sexiness or the things that don't matter. We talking about basketball. And when people say that Angel
can y'all hear
Reese,
me?
yeah, Coach
Okay.
Q, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'll let you get in here in just a second.
Okay.
When Juju is talking about what Angel Reese brings to the table in her skill set, rebounding is a skill set. I can't stand when people undermine Angel Reese's skill set of rebounding, because if rebounding wasn't a skill set, then everybody be averaging a double-double.
Right?
Facts.
Yeah, that's facts. Well, listen, rebounding is not just skill; it's hustle too. And Angel Reese has both of that.
So you can't
And
knock
I-
Angel
and I-
Reese
and-
for going out there
Yeah.
hustling and having a smell for the basketball and doing the
I never
things
did,
that help
though.
her team. We're not saying you, BD. We're not saying you. We're saying about the casuals that want to make these videos and want to shame Angel Reese. And for the people that say they only watch basketball because of Caitlin Clark, that's bullshit. You're watching Angel Reese too, because if you wasn't watching Angel Reese, you wouldn't have been so caught up in the streak, waiting for the streak to end, and then waiting for that streak to end to produce all these videos on YouTube about the streak is finally over. Come on now, make it make sense.
it's not going to say.
Well, thank you for
She's
having
gonna
me
start
on. I
another
gotta
one.
go.
She's going to start another one because that's what she
All right,
does.
BD. All right,
That's what
Coach
she
Q.
does.
I gotta get back to work, but
All right.
thank you for letting me come in. I
All right, go
appreciate
ahead, Coach
that.
Q. What you got, Coach Q?
I had to jump in because I think this dude that just got off, but he committed 3 party fouls. I was like, all right, I need to click the link because he done committed 3 party fouls already. So the first one,
Juju was cooking him like hot fish
she was
grease.
cooking him, and I was like, yo, I'm about to get on again and have her back. I'm about to have her back on this one. So the first one was saying where he said Kennedy Carter was that foul on CC was intentional for attention. I'm like, bro, you must not have watched the game and saw what's happened, but y'all addressed this. I was like, all right, cool. Then he said, I think Juju said something about the game being about defense and not about threes, but he tried to compare it to Curry. But I'm like, dude, they don't play defense in the NBA. It's not about that anymore. It's about shooting threes from half court now. That's why I love watching WNBA, because they actually play what the basketball game is supposed to be about all the way around.
And Coach, you know what the crazy thing about it is? What I've seen in the chat. Bible Boy stated it. We was talking about Caitlin Clark's dismal shooting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why did everybody in the chat want to talk about the assists?
That's the whole narrative now. Even when you watch sports channels, they deflected off the shooting. They won't talk about the shooting anymore. Now it's about the assists. I don't know if they're trying to keep her in the conversation of being the rookie of the year, and they know the shooting ain't gonna get her there because she's shooting horrible. Maybe the assists. Oh, now she's having double doubles with
She's
assists.
shooting
Like,
more
why
than
y'all having this
horrible.
conversation?
I'm sorry for cutting y'all off. But she came off in the league to shoot the ball, not to pass the ball.
Exactly.
Exactly. But that's not the narrative no more because it's not fitting. They can't keep making that argument no more.
They got to change it. And like I said, in the words of the late, great Tupac, they only here to cause confusion, man.
Mm-hmm. And then the third party foul was when he said,
she was in high school. Reese been doing what she was doing since she was in high school. So
Thank you.
Her game is never changed. But she do have a jump shot. But when she was in college, they didn't want her taking jump shots. They wanted her being the low post. So she took that.
that's what dude's third party foul was when he said that she had no other skill set outside of rebounding. I'm like, dude, what
Angel Reese got a jumper. She just don't shoot it. She just don't shoot it.
And we've seen the glimpses of it.
She not only has a jumper, she's a great passer. If you watch,
she was a point guard, and she was a point guard in high school.
Point guard in high school.
And her AAU team takeover. She does. She every single time she has to play out of position. When her teammate at LSU Smith got injured, she had to go right back to the 5. Cardoso comes and she goes right back. Angel's 6'3", you guys. And she's rebounding against 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", and sometimes they're throwing 3 people at her. You understand? Yeah, she stopped that little unorthodox scoop shot, but I'm not mad at her because it was working for a time. And so Tina pulled her aside and said, hey, you're going to have to, do this. Nneka talks to her. Asia talks to her. Everybody is behind her because it's like, you can use that every now and then to get that off, but you can't use that all the time.
But you know where she got that from, Juju?
Where'd she get that from?
She got that from when she played point guard.
Oh,
she got that from when she played point guard.
Yeah,
because like I said, when she first break onto the basketball scene, she was a point guard. And if you notice how if you notice how point guards go down and they scoop their layup like that, she hasn't, and that's what I tell people about Carmel Cardoso. I think that arm is still bothering her because if you look at the way she's shooting her layup, she's not getting elevation. She's not getting full extension on that arm to get it up because she's getting her shot blocked a lot. And that's why Angel Reese gets her shot blocked because the way she scoops the ball. She don't take it up like a traditional big.
Because if you go back, mad at Camille, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I don't think anybody's really concerned about Camille and her shooting. It's more so when you watch her, it's like, are you there to compete or are you there to smile and have fun?
She always got that smile on her face.
Always got the smile, but that energy just don't be there. It's like, come on, you got to get in there and fight for something.
But I saw a poll on the internet. They said if they had to redraft, a lot of people taking Angel from what they've seen now in the WNBA. A lot of people are taking Angel Reese as the number 1 pick.
I need to see that because I had a conversation on another podcast today, and the reason I said number 2. The reason I said number 2 was because I knew that she was Clark was the leading scorer. The fans wanted to see her, and I didn't think that they would be realistically want to think, okay, we need a rebounder at the Fever. It's about what you need, right?
Yeah.
But she definitely went too low. But I definitely feel that Teresa's mindset was we always wanted her, but if we took her over Cardoso, we don't want to play against Cardoso.
But hold up, Juju. I will say this: if they would have took Angel Reese in place of Cardoso, I think Cardoso would have still been there at number 7.
I kind of think so too. I think so too.
I think she still would have been there at number 7.
Me too. I think so. I think she'd been there.
Because I'm saying to myself, I'm gonna give it time between Angel Reese and Cardoso. I think that they're going to be a devastating duo after this year. But what I will say that BD said that it was an outlandish take when he keeps on reverting back to the skills that rebounding is not a skill set. I don't understand that.
I can't understand that.
I can wrap my head around that. I'm like, wait.
I can't understand that. I just can't.
I couldn't understand that.
I disagree. It's a skill set. Trust me.
Rebound is a skill set. Defense is a skill set. Offensive skill set. Footwork, skill set. I don't understand.
It's a lot of anticipation. Rodman had it, and if you watch Angel when they're warming up, she's looking at her teammates shooting. I was a rebounder, shooting
See,
guard.
this is the
You study the
Juju.
person shooting.
I just love you, Juju.
Oh, okay.
Juju, you came on here cooking. I had one of the people in the chat and said Juju is cooking like hot fish grease. And the reason why I say I just love you, Juju, you're Julia, right?
Yeah, my name is Julie, but I've always been known by Juju before there was a Juju. Yeah.
And the thing about it is, what I like about you, you keep it honest and 100. And I'm glad that you snuck that Dennis Rodman in there. Because I've told people on many of my broadcasts, when we're talking about rebounding, there's a video out there, there's a YouTube video out there about Dennis Rodman talking about rebounding, the art of rebounding. And I'm glad that you pointed. See, I look at the game within the game. Right? And the reason why I say that is you alleviated to it. Angel Reese is watching her teammates shoot, right? So what is that telling you? Angel Reese is watching
the ball.
If they miss, where they're going to miss at, where I need to be at, right?
Correct.
Now I'll go back to, I'll switch back over real quick. The reason why I said that is, what has LeBron James always said about shooters? I watch where they want the ball. Like where they shoot the ball from. When he was talking about Kyle Korver, he said Kyle Korver likes the ball to be passed by his hip. LeBron James always fed him by the hip. He watched where Ray Allen wanted the ball so he can get a shot off. So that's how LeBron James fed him. He watched how he fed J.R. Smith. So when you say stuff like that, Juju, that lets me know furthermore that you're in tune with the game more than people think that you're in tune with the game. You see what I'm saying? Y'all still there?
I'm here.
Yeah. So what's your take on that, Mitchell?
She knows what she's talking about. Because I played point guard and shooting guard. I was a slasher. So, you know, I don't understand how he's going to compare a point guard to a power forward / center with the skill set. Even though Reese played point guard in high school, that was like decades ago. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm a CC fan. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating. I'm a CC fan. Do her thing. Her fans is what irks me. Her fans irritate me.
Hey, that's what I said. That's what I said, Mitchell. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Watch her games. Her fans didn't want to off.
Hey, I didn't mean to cut you off, Mitchell, but I look at it like this. Caitlin Clark fans make you dislike Caitlin Clark.
Yeah. Even though I love her, I love CC, but her fans.
Yeah,
it's all her fans. It's the race.
Juju, you getting so much love. Juju, you getting so much love tonight. They want you to start a podcast.
Oh my God! You know what? This is the second.
Yeah,
time.
Juju, start one. I follow.
This is the second time I hear it. I did. You know, look, I said this on Seth Love Sports, and Seth behind my back looked me up. I played in the 80s, and I was from the Bay Area, and I was the only two-sport elite athlete at that time, and I went into the Hall of Fame that night with Jeremy Lin and Julian Edelman.
Okay.
In the Bay Area, and track and field is my other sport.
Okay.
But I got a chance to go to school down in Southern Cal, and then later, when the league first started, I actually tried out for the WNBA, but I had stopped playing. I didn't go overseas like Coop and all of them. You know, I was in the gym before the league started with Tina Thompson and Lisa Leslie, getting them ready for the league to start. We had a summer league with Rhonda Wyndham, who was the point guard for the 1983-82.
See, they don't know about Rhonda Wyndham. See, I know about her.
Yeah, you
see,
know,
I know about it. See,
I heard you talk, and I knew you could talk that talk with me because you paid attention to the girls.
Exactly.
Back in the day, and I said, "Oh, he knows."
And I don't mean to cut you off, Juju. I don't know if you see the message on the screen. Sportsway with Dre Day podcast says basketball talk with Juju. Start a podcast, Queen. You know your shit. Yeah. And then he followed up. He followed up talking about Brooklyn showing love. Now, for people that's not following I'm gonna throw this plug in there for people that's not following Sportsway with Dre Day podcast. Y'all need to go follow this brother. Now, this is one brother that has been down for the ladies since day one. Now, he's been watching the WNBA, giving kudos to the ladies since 1997, right?
Yeah.
So when I say this, you know, when 1997, when the WNBA inaugurated their season, right, when you had the likes of Cynthia Cooper, Tina Charles, Cheryl Swoops, and even the Houston Comets guard, the young lady that passed away from cancer,
Kim Perrott.
Kim Perrott, and things like that. People don't understand. That's how far Dre Day goes back. And we've talked about it many times on his platform.
Yeah.
But what a lot of people don't understand is, like you said, Juju, when you're talking basketball and you want to bring up these conversations, you got to know your stuff, because a lot of people will go fact check you. Because if you're just throwing stuff out there, people can make you look bad. So with you, Juju,
and what I try to explain to you guys is, history repeats itself. There was an Iowa player, Jackie Stiles, that she was a hell of a shooter.
Yeah,
but she was like the Caitlin Clark, and what derailed her was injury. And I was looking at Clark, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's gonna need to get strong. She's gonna need to lift, because she's not gonna last. You're gonna get an injury that's gonna sideline you. You know what I mean? But she shot like that. You know what I mean? I can name a lot of shooters that shot. Shoot, Diana. I watched Diana at UConn. But the difference was Diana. You want to be in a foxhole with Diana. Diana in the fourth quarter, you want to get her the ball. But let's talk about Cappy Poindexter.
Cappy Poindexter. I used to love some Cappy Poindexter, boy.
She carried her. She was the Kelsey Mitchell to Diana Taurasi. But Cappy was like one of those championships they got. It really wasn't, all Diana at all. And it's going to be like that with Jack. And you're right. Let's go back to what made them think that she was going to dominate with these logo threes and these threes. I kept looking at it. That shit is not, that is not going to get off. That's
and see, that's what I'm talking about, man. And I grew up from an era, like, people don't know, one of my homegirls, Nikki Teasley, she played in the WNBA.
Whoa, I was there, right?
Yeah, look, Nikki Teasley, man, played at the University of North Carolina. She's from my hometown. She went to St. John's Prospect Hall. We used to play back in my hometown. We used to play on a basketball court up at Hillcrest. It was a gated court. Man, Nikki Teasley used to go out there and give it to the guys, man. Give it to the guys. And people don't understand, Nikki Teasley played with played with the Los Angeles Sparks, won a championship. And, she went back home, played with the Mystics and stuff like that. But see, a lot of people don't go back that far, man. And, you got to know the history of the game, man. And I'm glad, Juju, you bring out the history of the game. You bring up names that a lot of people in the chat say they go back. But when you're talking basketball and you know your stuff, that's why I appreciate you, Juju.
Thank you. And I want to tell you, your girl is what got us that championship on the Sparks that day. You know that.
Nikki Teasley.
She
shot that, hit that shot. Man, so like I said, this is what I appreciate from people that can keep it real. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they come in the chat, they just be freestyling. But you know what it is. But it is what it is, man. But like I said, I appreciate everything that you say. And like a lot of people, like, one of my other favorite players, Tamika Dixon out of Kansas. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Tamika's a friend of mine.
See, that's what I'm saying.
She gave me some signed shoes. Tamika and I hung out when she was with the Sparks at the very, very beginning. Know her very well. Let's talk about Tamika Dixon. Let's talk about Lynette Woodard.
That's what I'm saying.
Talk about Cherise Sampson that plays with her. Cherie's my friend right now. She's coaching at Southwest College right now, community college, that went on to play with Seattle. You know your stuff. You talk about people, and I like your show because I said, oh my God, he really was paying attention.
Oh, yeah.
You know your stuff.
And that's how it's got to be. You see, a lot of people just come in here and talk about the current. And a lot of people say, oh, I'm only watching the WNBA because of Caitlin Clark. Now, I've been watching the WNBA before Caitlin Clark existed. I'm from the old school. So, I mean, this ain't my first rodeo. You know what I'm saying? I go back to when it was inaugurated. You know what I'm saying?
You don't even just say Maya Moore, and you don't just stick to the main names. You got to talk about Katie Smith, the
See,
white girl, right?
see,
You know those people. You know what I'm saying?
I like you, Juju. I like you. See, that's what people don't understand. Like when you talk about the WNBA, see, people can't go back in time. They only can go back to what's current right now. You know what I'm saying? They never really, I don't know if people really watched how things was. I don't know if people really remember Ruthie Bolton Holyfield, played for the Sacramento Monarchs. You know what I'm saying? Like when we talk about the WNBA, we can talk about what Teresa Weatherspoon is doing with the Chicago Sky. But when she played, she was the defensive player of the year. You see what I'm saying? We go back, you look at Rebecca Lobo, Jennifer Gillum, you look at Teresa Weatherspoon, you look at Andrea Stinson, you look at people like that, Cynthia Cooper, Tina Thompson. Yeah.
Charlotte Sting.
Yeah, exactly. You look at people like that. Even remember the I don't want to botch her name up, but you remember the Asian girl that played for the LA Sparks? I think she was from China.
Yeah,
Zhang
China.
Was her name Zhang?
Yeah.
See, people don't remember that. You know what I'm saying? And like what Jennifer Gillum did when she was with the Phoenix Mercury. You know what I'm saying? Jennifer Gillum, she was a beast herself. You know what I'm saying? So also New York, you had what was her name? Sophia Witherspoon.
You got Crystal Robinson, who's Teresa Witherspoon's assistant coach right now. She was the 3-pointer tutor.
Exactly. So it's like people just don't understand, man. Like,
so when you talk about
crazy.
Art, you got to understand. You got to be very, very careful with putting somebody on a pedestal too soon, because I've seen too much, and I've seen too much for you to do that. And I'm giving her the eye test, and I'm like, I'm waiting to see something that I can get behind, and I'm like, it's not. She hasn't done anything I haven't seen.
See, if I say that, I get in trouble. But see, you can say that and get away with it.
They got a compilation of, assists from Tisha Penachero, Nikki Teasley.
Oh yeah, Tisha Penachero. Oh my goodness, see,
it was so pretty. I mean, it was electrifying how they would get these passes off behind the no look, Chelsea Gray kind of stuff. That I thought, okay, those assists are money. They're money. She's getting money off of them, but they're not exciting to me. If you want to, okay, since you said that, we want to talk about excitement and everything, right? Mm-hmm. But let's talk about threes that really count when you need them, when you hit like a Cheryl Swoops kind of three, Tina Thompson kind of threes. I mean,
talk about it.
Too many threes. I mean, Enrique go crazy threes. You know what I mean? There's a lot of Drea. Oh my gosh, she was like a back-to-back kind of machine, right? So when Cash could play, I mean,
you going back. You know what I'm saying?
Could play. And if you want to know, you only naming, black girls.
That's my favorite. That's my all-time favorite player, Shamika Holtzclaw. I love some Shamika.
It should be. It should be.
One of my favorite players back in the days that played for the Phoenix Mercury was Bridget Pettis. Bridget Pettis to shoot that thing too. You know what I'm saying? So it's, man, and a lot of people don't remember. I don't think a lot of people remember JaVale McGee's mom, Pamela McGee.
She played for the Monarchs.
Yeah, the Monarchs. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. That's right, Sports Way with Dre Day Party. Shamika Queen's finest, man. That's my girl right there. So it's a lot of players that people might want to look, that might skip over. You know what I'm saying? We had some great WNBA players, man. I mean, and
way before CeCe came in, we had way before that.
Exactly. But everybody thinks that CeCe is the best thing to slice bread now, but I can't do that, man.
I can't look over, you know what I'm saying, what was built.
Yeah.
For CeCe. I love her, but no. And this whole MVP thing, that's nah.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And what I'm saying about what's going on now and you guys have pointed this out, is like you can't knock what Diana Taurasi has done for the WNBA. You know what I'm saying? What she has accomplished. And then you got some new guard that comes in and you think she's the best guard in the WNBA. We got to stop that. We got to stop that.
She's decent. Don't get it. She's decent, but she's not the best player in the WNBA. I can't. Nah, she's not the best player on her team. she's just not.
Yeah. But man, yeah, that man, I appreciate everybody's perspective, man. But we're about 2 hours in, man. We're gonna wrap this one up, man. So let me get your last takes, man. What is your final thoughts, Mitchell?
I hope CC and Angel keep doing what they're doing. Ignore the fans, the crazy fans, and just let the game grow.
Got you. Now, Juju, what's your final takes, Juju?
My final take is stick to the facts, everybody. Just watch the game and appreciate what these two women are doing to grow the game. But when you speak on it, please speak on both of them. You know, even
and that's the
because
problem.
I think that Reese is for the culture, and I think that some people really can't get with that and relate to that. But I see a lot of young girls out there screaming and hollering. They looking up to this woman, and just appreciate what both of them are doing, and they're going to be around a while. And yeah, I think they both deserve the credit.
Man, that's great. And my final thoughts on that is, man, you don't have to hate on one to big up another. Their game is going to speak for themselves. And like Bible Boy said, nobody still hasn't explained the 4 points that CC had in the All-Star game. Can't nobody explain that.
She choked.
I did hear that she's tired. She was too tired to do the 3 points, though. I said,
that's what Rachel
then?
Nichols said. See,
okay,
Rachel
then why
Nichols
are you playing in the game then if you can't do the 3 point? If you can't do the 3 point contest, and if she's so important to growing the game, and you cared about it that much, but that's what happens, sir, when you give somebody $28 million here and $15 million there, then that $55,000 that Alicia Gray got is just not important to you as much as it is for Alicia Gray. So you can bypass like the big pros do, like LeBron bypassed the dunk contest.
Dunk contest, yeah.
It's not good for the game like that. It's not good
but it's funny. Nobody has came out and addressed the 4 points. When we talk about the points, you know what they do, Juju? They run straight to the assists. They deflecting. They only here to cause confusion. But, hey, Juju, I appreciate you coming up on the panel. Anytime I do a live show, the panel is open. I need you back because you know your stuff. And you can you can give these Caitlin Clark fans an education. And that's what we need. Because if I do it, I'm the problem. But if I have somebody else that's in my corner, we can get somewhere. We can get somewhere.
And if I'm wrong, tell me. I mean, elaborate.
Exactly. And that's what I say. I tell people, if I said something wrong, I can stand to be corrected. Now, if you correct me, I'll say, hey, I appreciate you correcting me. My bag. I'll give you a shout out. But I haven't been corrected too many times. I've been corrected like 2 or 3 times. But other than that, you got to fall back because I know what I'm talking about. Like I said with you, Juju, you give them a 4-course meal. You give them the steak, you give them the potatoes, and you give them the greens. And you tell them, get full. And I agree with that. But I appreciate your time, Juju. Great call. Good call, Mitchell. And, we're going to get up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all's takes. Salute.
All right, take care.
All right. All right, guys, man, that was a great call, man. That was great insight from Juju and Mitchell and Coach Q and BD. Like I said, I wish I would have more people that come up on the panel and give their input. A lot of people talking about they're not technically inclined, but all you need to do is hit the link. If you're on your phone listening, you just join the link. But I agree, man. Great show today, but that's going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. Catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
That's all, folks.